because you can't rush him. He
Yeah.
moves at his own pace, and it's like,
Well, he
and
sets
he
the
always
pace.
gets to his spots.
Yeah. I feel like his 3-point effectiveness is going up too.
All
He's taking
right.
that shot a lot
I
more.
think we are live, y'all. Yep, we're live right here, man. And
Nate,
What's
easy,
up?
man. Your coolness meter just went up.
all right.
You said what?
The coolness meter just went
All
up.
right.
All right, guys. So what's going on? Thanks for joining the live stream, or if you're catching up later on down the road, thanks for joining. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. We're gonna be talking a little bit about sports cards today. I got a couple of the homies, man. These guys, probably the
Woo woo.
coolest people I know. We talk about basketball on a day-to-day basis through basically just text messages and whatnot. But I met these guys out in Alameda, California. I was working with them out there, and we all kind of went our own separate ways as we do in the military. But now we still keep in touch, and the sports card hobby really popped, and I just wanted to bring these guys on because the way that we talk sports and the way that we look into players and whatnot, we always use an eye test, or we always kind of use statistical data. We use the eye test, and we just know who can ball and who can't. And a lot of people don't do that in the sports card realm, and people are overpaying for players and reaching for players when they shouldn't really be paying so much money. So eventually the market is smart, and the market will no pun intended. You heard that? Market is smart. I don't know anyway, but the market will catch up, and the market will find. It'll be like, yo, we ain't gonna pay that no more. Let that price come down. So basically what we want to do today is I want to bring in my homies. Up at the top right, I got Nate. And we
Yo.
just want to, Nate, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Go ahead, man.
What's up, man? This is my boy Pat right here. I know him for a little bit, man. Like you said, we're stationed on the ship. Myself, been a lifetime basketball player, played here and there, a couple rec leagues, and just, been a fan of basketball since I can remember, starting with like the 92 Dream Team, as far back as it goes. For the most part, like I say my basketball journey, my adult life, it started like when I was playing ball in Puerto Rico when I was stationed over there for a little bit. So I think getting into it, like one of the things I noticed about basketball, it takes an IQ level, it takes natural feel, and of course it takes talent and athleticism. And, getting into that, like we got these lists and we about to get to it.
That's what's up, man. And on the top left, got my boy Fonz. If you're into Instagram, you can follow him on Instagram, that boy Fonzie. But anyways, as you see, he's a Rockets fan. Fonzie, if you want to go ahead, introduce yourself, and yeah.
All right. You don't got no social media, Nate?
Nah, we don't got that.
See? I was like, Hey, what's up, guys? Name's Fonzie. I don't have no long history on me playing basketball from Brooklyn, New York.
That's why we've been
Because
burning.
that was the cheapest thing. Because that's the cheapest thing to play, and it's just a whole bunch of concrete, so it's not enough grass for football where I was at. But yeah, I'm just here to talk about cards, man. I know Pat. I know Pat for just how long were you on the boat when I was there? Like 2 years?
Yeah, man. So I think you came a year after I got there. So I known you for 2 years, just working on the boat. And me and
Like
Fonz
3, 4
was
years
always, yeah, man. Me and Fonz was always going back and forth in 2K. Like we was always playing NBA 2K.
And Nate used to come in
Yeah.
and just upset people.
Yeah, I know. I would be in the
He'd be
lead.
upset.
He starts saying something. all the attention starts going over that way, and next thing you know, I'm losing, and I'm mad. So like,
that's part of
he's
it.
a disruptor. That dude, I swear, you know, Fonzie just was like,
man.
yo, all right, in 15 minutes, come back in here and mess with Pat. But yo, so
I did it to Fonzie too. That was, I mean, both y'all got it equally.
that's true.
Fonzie got it. Fonzie got it. Because it was easier to mess with him.
Yo, it's so funny because he would pause it and turn around and be like, "Look, man,
Hey guys, let me tell you something about Pat. Like when Pat is winning, he will want to have full conversation with you. Like, man, you get a new song? Man,
yeah.
Oh, yo, how was the cooking today? Was it all right? You was pretty good, huh? But when Pat is losing,
he gets
this
quiet.
man is so quiet.
Yeah, it's the truth. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Competitiveness. So yeah, let's get into these cards.
I'll tell you what, man, that competitiveness that we had, that helped me get through a lot of patrols, man. I can't tell you how long them patrols have been without like 2K and stuff like that. But yeah, man,
back and forth on basketball in general.
Yeah, chopping it up about basketball, because we used to catch some of them games on the boat, right? And like, I remember when Harden and Davis were going at it for like MVP. Like Anthony Davis was in New Orleans at the time; he was lighting it up, and then Fonzie.
What?
I think I did it just to trigger him.
I think that LeBron James should get an MVP every single year.
You could give it to him, man.
I mean, you really could make a case. And you know what? There's a guy.
People get fatigued. They get fatigued of seeing like one player get it.
And that's the thing.
Look at Shaq when Nash got it. Like Nash got it over Shaq.
Yeah.
And people were like, "What?"
They were like, "This is fresh and new. A Canadian that's tearing up the league. Let's give him the MVP." And plus, it's all about like marketability too, right? So like Giannis, it outreaches. That MVP outreaches to international countries. You know what I mean? Like it's not just U.S. based.
It's not just stateside. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's a lot of. There's a lot of political, and you heard Harden actually talk about this. He's like, it's political. You know what I mean? Like the reason why
he dropped 36 points a game last year.
I mean, yeah.
Listen to me.
Okay.
36 points.
He's got the hat on, guys.
Yo, Nate.
Y'all feel it.
Dropping 36 points a game in a rec league.
The
NBA was the highest of the highest. And you dropping 36 points a game.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's ill.
Nah. I'm not taking it. I'm not having it, but yeah.
But like you said, man, we can't just give it to Harden every year. But for some reason they gave it to Curry back to back, which is interesting. But
hey, don't start on that, man. You know that man deserved that.
Hey,
you know Curry deserved that.
The first one.
The first one?
See?
Yeah,
and the second one too.
Harden could have. It was a. You could have gave it to Harden, or you could have given it to LeBron too.
36 points a game.
You could. Okay. All right. Let's move on, man, because this ain't gonna go nowhere. All right, man. So the whole reason why we did this today was I went on and just basically did recent purchases of silver prisms of each of the players we're about to discuss. And a lot of these guys we think are undervalued or we think are overvalued. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over each team, and we're going to talk about the number one, the number two, and maybe briefly a potential player that could just emerge out of this team. So so that's kind of the gist of where this conversation is going to go. We'll probably talk, you already see how it is, how we could chop it up and just get, far-fetched with everything.
You got that number one?
We all got that number one, though.
Who are you talking about?
That number one?
Yeah.
You got that? You got that?
What are you talking about right now?
You got LeBron?
Yeah.
Nate.
LeBron.
What's up?
I'll let you after we get off, all right?
All right.
Whatever, man. All right, so Check this out. All right, so what we're gonna do is, yeah, you guys want to go in alphabetical order of the teams, or do you want to go basically how the spreadsheet that we've set up? You want to go bottom to top?
Let's go off this spreadsheet, man, because I
Okay.
looked at it, man. We about to tear this thing up real quick.
Okay, so should we do a top bottom? Because like, I mean, a lot of the top it makes sense. The bottom is probably where we can like mix and match and move people and all this other stuff. So with number one, guys, it's pretty clear. He's been in the league since 2003. LeBron James. Last time I checked, his card sold for $70,000, a PSA 10. I mean, there's really nothing that we could. I mean, we could talk about. I mean, what do you guys want to say? I mean, is there really much to say there? Is he overvalued, undervalued?
You can't undervalue this guy. I mean, it's LeBron James. He's been number one for how many years? We all know other people win MVPs like we just talked about, but LeBron James at 70,000, I am A-okay with that all the way.
If you're a LeBron hater, you're getting this card. You're gonna be happy. And you're gonna be happy when you sell it.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, there's so many LeBron haters out there. Yo, all right, so just a quick story, man. I'm in a group chat with two dudes, and nothing that LeBron, like, always just on him. But the nights that he be winning, I don't hear nothing.
You be talking to Smith?
They don't say no, not even Odell. I'm talking about a couple other guys that I knew from Kodiak. Now these guys are persistent. They just hate LeBron, and the nights that LeBron wins, that chat room is real quiet.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, it's just the way it is, though. All right, so let's move on, man. Like LeBron is LeBron. He's the king. We ain't gonna be really mess with him. Anthony Davis, though. Anthony Davis Silver Prizm sold at $10,750. Arguably, I've heard this guy is the best player in the league right now. Just defensively, rebounds. He can shoot the ball. He can do whatever.
Hey, look at Fonzie's face real quick. You said arguably. Hey, Fonzie. Hey,
he's
like
no. Go ahead.
But basically, all I'm saying is,
I won't put him above a couple other people, but yeah.
I mean, but these are card prices. This isn't really, like LeBron. The reason why LeBron is 70,000 is because he's got so much hardware, and it's just he's done everything since he's been in. Anthony Davis, the reason why you see a $10,750 price tag on that is basically just because, like, I mean, I've heard that he is the best player in the game right now. I'm not saying that I think that, but at a $10,750 price point, when you've got other people, which we're going to get into soon, that are way higher than that, do you think that that's undervalued, a $10,750 price tag?
That's very undervalued for me.
Okay.
I would put him probably in the KD Steph price range.
I would probably put him somewhere like Dame Lillard price range. Dame Lillard's right at like 15,000.
Okay.
I feel like AD would go somewhere maybe like 17, 18,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Not the KD Steph price range, but like I'll say like 25 to 30. That's for me.
Okay. So you just think so there is some
25
undervalued.
to 30. 25 to 30. Okay, so we all know that Anthony Davis was a franchise player for the New Orleans Pelicans. Do you feel like if he went to another team right now, based on how he's playing, he would be the franchise player if it was a small like market team?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
he'd be a number one.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he'd be a number one.
I mean, if LeBron wasn't there, he'll be the franchise player of that team.
So this is actually very great. Like, people that are paying attention to this podcast have been tuned in now. I mean, if they haven't already tuned in to an undervalued card like LeBron, like Anthony Davis, well, this is a great opportunity for them to start filing into something like that, because the price will catch up. It's just it's not there yet because of LeBron. Maybe it's just the whole overshadowed effect because LeBron is the number one there. But that's such a great point that you made, and that's actually a brilliant point, is that he could go somewhere and be the number one player. So let's go ahead, move on to the Milwaukee Bucks here. We got Giannis at $42,000.
Oh, you
Giannis
want
at
to
the
talk about
Tucupo.
Caruso?
Say that again.
Hey,
You don't want to talk about Caruso?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I moved on too quickly. Let's do that.
What about Kyle Kuzma? I mean,
That's
that's so
okay.
far the third best player on the team.
So then let's talk about Kuzma then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go real quick and get a Kuzma price. You guys just tell me why you think Kuzma would be a good reason to get into his cards. I mean, other than the fact that he was with the Kendall Jenner.
I mean, you do. I mean, at any cost, like, or any collector has to add value to how popular a guy is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he is like behind LeBron and Anthony Davis on the team. He is, like he's just a popular dude. So like when it comes to his play or whatever, I mean, do you think he's one of a player that could go to another team and run number two? Yes, I do. He could run. He could be the number two player.
A one.
Yeah, he could be the number two player.
You see him as a one?
I don't think he's a one because that boy is a shoot.
No, because
he's like
that's the thing.
He's like a mellow.
One, you need that. You need that mentality.
Yeah.
Like same thing with like let me see who I can't. Don't get this like no way like I'm trying to like say they're the same player, but same thing as like Clay. Clay's the number two on the Warriors right now. Of course, when KD was there, slid him to three. But he's a number two. But you put him on any team, bona fide number one player. I'm not saying Kyle Kuzma is a bona fide number one player, but him and Kyle Kuzma got the same. Like Clay could miss like 20 shots, but every time he shoots, you'd be like, man, you still got that.
You nervous?
That might go in, and then he catches fire at any time.
Do you feel like
Game 6 Clay?
Do you feel like so we all know Kyle Kuzma is a young player. I kind of get the feeling sometimes like like you said, he could be somebody like a Klay Thompson, because he's a well-rounded player. And I don't think I have him on the notes here, but
no, you don't. You don't. But that's why I did a research right now. So, are you talking about Clay or are you talking about Kuzma?
No, Kuzma.
Okay, so Kuzma going for like he's anywhere from $450 to $500.
Oh, that's
for right now.
I feel like that's a little undervalued. You should be at least 15.
No, right now that's good. Where he's at. For me, it's gonna go up.
So let me ask you this.
So then it's a good time to buy, is what you're saying.
It's a good time to buy if it's like if that's where he's at right now.
Yeah. And guys, this is not financial advice, by the way.
I don't think
we're just talking prices.
Not financial advice. Nick.
This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. So do not go out and buy stuff thinking you're going to get rich off of us. No. This is just basically we're topping it up and talking about sports card prices. But yeah.
Like you guys were saying, I don't think the ceiling for Kyle Kuzma is here yet. I think he still has a whole lot of development. He's gonna go through, and he'll probably get traded in the next couple of years too. I'm forecasting that.
I felt like he was gonna get traded this year. That's just the vibe I was catching off of. Like, you know how LeBron is. He wants vets, But
I felt like they should have kept Ball. That's all I'm saying.
Who?
Because they should have kept Alonzo.
You know what though? I mean, for card collectors out there, I feel like the ceiling hasn't been met for that New Orleans Pelicans team yet. They had to go through all that riffraff with Zion. You know what I'm saying? So,
that was a lot. They really did throw the kitchen sink.
They needed them.
All right. So let's I accidentally closed out my
I think number 3 on the list.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's right. We're moving on. We're moving on to the Bucks.
The second one. So
Giannis Antetokounmpo was at like a $42,000 price tag.
Okay.
And that's just just talking with you guys earlier, I heard a couple, I think that's a little too much. I think that was from Nate. Nate, why do you think it's too much for Giannis?
I think that, the top 3, 4, 5 people on here should all be MVPs and should all be people who've done it year after year after year. I feel like it's maybe a little bit premature to say Giannis' value is $42,000.
Okay.
I feel like
so one
my boy
MVP isn't
Fonzie,
enough
my
to
boy
push you up
Fonzie
there.
will agree
I
with
mean,
this. No, I'm not saying that right
he's
there.
about to be
I'm not saying that at
two-time.
all. I'm saying this. If you
Even
want to
though
talk
LeBron
about
should get it.
value of a player, I think that James Harden should be a $42,000 player.
Look at that, man.
I think James
Oh,
Harden
man.
all the way. No, I'm dead serious, and I'm not just agreeing with you, Fonzie, for the point
I'm gonna
of
send
agreeing.
you a thank you text.
But
Yeah.
hey, look, year after year, this man James Harden
he was in the running for MVP.
Yeah,
like
and
4 years in a row.
Yeah, and not to mention all the scoring titles and everything he's been in the running for year after year after year. Giannis is up there too, but $42,000. No.
So you saying Giannis should not be second behind LeBron right now in value?
He should not be second behind LeBron in value.
You're saying Harden should be.
Harden should be all the way.
Okay. And this is why the card market is so crazy. It's just, and you know what? The Bucks is such a small market. I mean, you think about it. Like, but is it the international? What is it that brings Giannis so much money? Like, is it the international thing that he can bring?
No, it's because he's 7 foot tall and dribbles the ball real well.
And people just see that and they're like, he's got to be the best because he just takes 3 steps and he's dunking.
You got to take that value up to $42,000 when it's more of a skill player.
Yeah. Like
James Harden. I feel like I'm reigniting this beef a little bit. James, if you out there listening, I'm talking about you, dog. All right, so
he ain't watching.
$42,000. Oh, okay, my bad. Hey, so $42,000 to go to James Harden all day.
All right, that's what's up, man. James, if you watching, my man Nate thinks you're second best card price right now. All right.
He's worth it.
So that's what's up, man. So Giannis, we ain't got to talk much more about that. Fonzie, did you have a take on this? Giannis being too high?
Nate just like James Harden because they got the same body type.
Oh yeah. All right.
But nah, I mean, as much as I appreciate that post, but Giannis just been more efficient, and Giannis is still in early 20s.
Yeah.
What, he's 23?
Yep.
24.
He came in 2013. Yeah, very young.
He's just gonna get better, man. And he's been working on that 3-point shot. So I mean, he's a 3-point shot away just to be in like a Thanos. So
it really is.
So I mean, and of course, you never know. Just a changing market.
Yeah.
And he get that ring and just skyrocket him. So I mean, if you got $42,000 to spend, go ahead.
Do you think
go ahead?
So you think Giannis, that would be a good investment, $42,000? I mean, you just said, like, I feel like the way we're going, and we had this conversation a little bit earlier.
But think about
you said 5 years from now, right? 5 years from now, where's all these players that we've seen in our lifetime for the past 10 years going to be? They're probably going to be on their way to retirement. So a player like Giannis
could be that dude. Giannis will be 28.
He could be that dude.
He'll be 28. So I mean, and that 42, money just goes up, man. So it's probably gonna be 80. It might be around where LeBron's at right now. And just think about it. Where was LeBron? What year was LeBron when he was at like 42,000 for a card like that? So I mean, I just feel like he'll just go up. He's too consistent.
He's very dominant too.
Unless the media starts getting tired of him, and people always say like the playoffs don't really matter and everything like that, but they do take your past playoff experience into consideration. So I mean, if he say this year he wins a ring, it's gonna skyrocket. That's it. Just little things like that.
Yeah.
So, you know what? You just made a
good
point.
Too, so.
You just made a good point, because there's a guy in here I'm looking at right now, and because of his media coverage in the bubble, I believe his value has went up. But I mean,
I know
I'm
who you're
looking at.
talking about.
Yeah, you know who I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
But we move on to the next one.
Okay, that's what's up. And Chris Middleton is the number 2 there in Milwaukee. He pulls like $2,500 all day long. I know, Nate, you like Chris Middleton.
I love the way that guy plays. I love the way he plays. He had the same haircut as me when I was 23.
But you see then?
Mm-hmm.
I like Chris Middleton a lot, man. That's my Texas A&M boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing bad to say about him.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that price. Of course, I feel like he reached his peak, and of course, if he's not on the team with Giannis, remember, he was the man on Milwaukee.
Like, yeah, before.
Like he was the man. So I mean, and then he got hurt, and then when he got hurt, Giannis came in, and then it started going.
Do you feel like Fonzie, like the ceiling is 2,500 for a player like Chris Middleton?
I feel like I don't see how he could get any better. I mean, he's just a consistent player right now. So I mean, he's an all-star, but he's not a superstar.
Yeah. He's not like and we talked about popularity. Like, he don't have a whole lot of like swag to him. He's just a quiet dude. He does his job and then gets the hell off the court.
You know Michael Redd. You know Michael Redd, right?
Yeah.
That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, Michael Redd's a better 3-point shooter, but that's who he reminds me of. So,
I can see that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. Yeah, Chris Middleton. What about, let's say, youth there in Milwaukee? I put Dante DiVincenzo. Only reason why I did that is because I saw what that man did. I saw what that man did to Michigan.
Yeah.
And he single-handedly bust my bracket because it was me and the warrant officer. Who is it? The engineer warrant officer. Man, I don't remember what his name was.
The tall dude that didn't say
The tall
shit?
dude, man. He picked Villanova. I picked Michigan, and he ended up winning the bracket that year. But I just seen what that man can do. But I haven't really seen it transition into the NBA yet. So is that something? I mean, we've seen players that don't really make that jump. Is he one of them?
I've seen it in a couple games that he played while in the bubble. But of course, that team is so deep with like veterans and stuff. It's kind of hard for him to. And he's still a young player, so every mistake he makes, he gets pulled. You know, so yeah, I could see it, but where is he at right now?
263, I think. 263.
Yeah, he's at a rookie, undecided. Like, the market's undecided about him. If you believe in him, you buy him. If he's not very high, he's not very low.
I don't know. If I'm a collector of cards, I probably would kind of.
I'll get him.
263 is that's a fair price.
You know me. I like it cheap. So.
And that's the thing too. Is like.
I have all.
But I mean, like, how good? Like, realistically though, like, how good is he gonna be? Like, do you see this guy being a number 1 somewhere? Do you see him being a number 2 overall, like, option? And you know what I mean? No. Like, see that, and that's the thing. We gotta look into stuff like that. I just don't think. I think he's one of those catalysts. Maybe 6th man of the year. Can we give him that?
This is the thing. Like, you gotta go.
I don't think we could.
You gotta go year by year with these cards. If you got a player that you're eyeing, you gotta you just can't right now. If you're not really sold on them, but the market is just still low on them, just keep your eye on it. That's all you can do. Like, once you start, I'm telling you, because you never know. Like, they might trade him to a different team, drop his value even more, because but he might go off with a different team. So, like, look at Jeff Green right now.
Yeah. He's kind of found his home.
He found his home. He found a good system. He just needs to be in the right system, and then, I mean, he'll be good.
Yeah.
People were on Grayson Allen, but I don't know where that is.
Yo, that dude, he had a brain fart. He forgot how to play.
Drifted.
Yeah. So.
All right,
And
so
then you
let's
remember people were
yeah.
up and down with Markel Fultz, but we'll get to him.
Markel Fultz, man, yeah.
But
Uh,
he's
He
starting to
found it.
slowly
He
come back.
found, yeah,
He's starting to
he
slowly
found
come
his
back.
game.
So
Yeah, he
yeah,
found
so
his
yeah.
game again.
yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. Um, so let's go ahead then. We'll move on to the Brooklyn Nets. We got Kevin Durant at a $40,000 price tag.
Low.
Um, that's too low.
Too low.
I
And
think
But of
that
course
he's,
they're going off of injury, so that's
yeah.
gonna be he
right,
always
so
coming
I
off
think
an
his
that's,
injury.
I
So
think that's actually, I think that's actually a cool buy for right now. Like if you buy him right now, no telling what he's going to do next season, and that's Kevin Durant.
yeah.
You know,
And you got to realize too, guys. Like you're talking about with a $39,000 price tag. You're talking about a very
Mhm.
few collectors out there. There's not going to be many collectors that are going out
Right.
to you because they could buy a car with
Right.
that money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and then could you imagine the interest rate on the credit card expense? You know, like there's nobody's realistically going out there and purchasing a Kevin Durant. There are a few people that would be willing to do so, but you're seeing that halt because of his Achilles. There is a lot of we've seen how many guys have we seen suffer from Achilles and just never come back the same, right? Kobe,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
John
You
Wall.
know what I'm looking
He's
at?
taken
You
forever
know,
to get back.
you know what I'm looking at right now, though. I'm looking at these stats, and it's like, you know, at $39,000, you know, with Kyrie Irving on the team, is that a team that I feel like would win a championship? You know,
Okay.
like
Do you
I don't
feel?
feel like that's I don't feel like that's a championship team. I don't
I
feel like that's a championship team. You know,
the
but
Nets.
just
I know
what?
Fonzie don't agree with you
the
on this.
Nets. The Nets, I don't feel like it's a championship team. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Fonzie.
this
I'm
year,
not going to agree with you.
not at all.
I'm not
Not
going to
this
agree with
year.
you.
Not this
Mm-mm.
year. Nay,
Yeah.
look at me,
No.
brother. I'll
There's no
talk to you
way.
later. I'll talk to
There's
you
no
later.
way. There's no way.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Oh, you gonna take the belt off?
I'll talk to you later, bro.
No.
You don't think they're a championship team?
I do not think they're a championship team, man. I don't.
What are they missing?
I don't think they
KD and
have it, man.
Kyrie.
I don't think they have it.
That's all they missing.
No,
It's
I
KD
don't
and
think they have
Kyrie.
it. I don't know about, and we just talked about the
If
injuries.
you're thinking
You know,
about the mental
I don't think
aspect on like being coached and like
right.
how they are with coaches, or that I could see that's the only
See,
thing that could stop them. But
when I say
they got
when I say they don't have it, I'm talking about you got two players, notorious, and now with KD, he's kind of been thrown in that basket with a hurt player, man. The dude just ripped his damn Achilles. Nobody comes back from that.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving has hurt
he
himself every single year.
if
He
anyone could
ain't
come
coming
back,
from that.
no.
He ain't
So
coming back from that.
I don't
with
know.
the
Yeah.
ripped Achilles, no, with the ripped Achilles, I could understand if you're like a high flying player like that. But
Yeah.
KD don't gotta like he don't gotta rely on that.
But
He'll
his
just
brand,
shoot.
his brand of basketball is irky jerky
you to
crossover.
death. He'll
His
jay you to
brand of
death.
basketball is irky jerky crossover.
He-
With that
yeah.
ruptured Achilles, that's
Excuse me.
not going to be a championship team.
But
It's
he
not.
don't have to do that. He's already damn near 7 feet. He
Okay.
can just pick and pop you, go in the post, fade away on you. This guy is skilled. He don't need to do that. Of course, that's always like a good benefit when he came into the NBA. That was his
Mhm.
thing. But this like a man that size, I don't know who I could say I could compare that could shoot like him except like with Dirk.
Yeah.
That's the closest. But Dirk wasn't. He didn't have that kind of handle.
Yeah. I want to say next year playoff
And
team
it's
at
good that
best,
they
but
didn't rush him back because he could have
Yeah.
came back for this playoff. But
playoff team at best, value 39K for me. KD, just knowing how he plays and what I seen him do, like when he went to the Warriors, even when he was at OKC, Seattle, whatever you want to call it, his value is 30. He's a $40,000 player. But championship team, no.
I don't. This team has too much talent for
Yeah.
them not to. I feel like if this is Giannis' best year to win. Like
Mm-hmm.
if anything, because if Katie comes back, Kyrie comes back, they got Dinwiddie, they got LeVert, they got like two solid centers, and they got like good role players. Like who's the white dude?
Joe
Yeah.
Harris.
Joe Harris. and
Joe Harris.
they got like young players too, like that dude with the
Luau
long ass hair.
Kabarat, he was
That
playing
guy,
really well.
Kakarot.
Ooh.
And
What? Dragon Ball Z. Hey,
yeah,
Kyrie Irving at $3,000 is a good buy. Buy that now.
I agree.
$3,000.
You know
Buy
what
that
too
shit
is like
now.
he's got a championship, under his belt. He's established. He's got hardware.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an all-star constantly. Like he's got one of the best handles we've seen in our current generation. So
Right.
there's a lot of collectability when it comes to Kyrie Irving. Unfortunately, the media gives him like a bad name, which I don't understand. Like why he's just one of those dudes they like to pick on. You know what I mean? I think it's because he doesn't like go with the norm or whatever. He's just himself and flat earther and all that craziness. But you know what I mean? Like you're right. I agree with you. At $3,000, Kyrie Irving is not a bad buy. That is a great buy.
That is a good buy. Yeah.
And that dude will give you 51. He'll put a 51 piece on you like easily. Opening night last season, or this past season.
He's popular. He has his own thing going on. He has his own damn shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like $3,000 is a good buy.
I feel like he got a bad rap because I won't say at the time in Cleveland. It was more of the time in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was hurt and the team went deep in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Without him, and it's like he left. They didn't miss it. They just got Kemba. They didn't really miss a beat or whatever.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean that, of course, like stuff like that. I feel like it hurts players' values and stuff like that.
Yep.
Right.
And also what was being said that the only reason the Nets signed him was so they could get KD.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's true or anything, but yeah, that was the reason that they signed him because of course, like they were trying to get KD. So but I mean, even I don't care what people say. That's if you have Kyrie on your team, that's a plus. It can't be a negative.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at how well. Look at how
the team is too deep.
Look at how. Okay, so Nate, how about this? I'm gonna give you. Let's construct.
$3,000 is a good buy for Kyrie Irving.
Let's construct it like this, Nate. Let's say Kyrie comes back full health and he's 100%. Let's say KD comes back and he's just a freak athlete. All this. Let's just say that KD comes back and he's KD again. Does that team have a chance to win the finals?
No.
Who's gonna stop them? Out the East.
I don't think they are a championship team. That is just too. Everybody on that team, like when you talk about their best players, has been hurt, including LeVert.
Okay.
So what? So
they're like glass.
You see longevity. That's a glass. That's a Mr. Glass ass. Kyrie had the same afro as that dude too. So I mean, like Kyrie. That's a foreshadowing right there, man. $3,000 by Kyrie.
All right. Let's move on. All right, we could sit here and talk about that all day. Golden State Warriors, we got Steph Curry at a $39,000 price tag. To me, that's undervalued. The dude's got 3 championships. He's a 2-time MVP. We've got Giannis ahead of him at $42,000, and he's only got 1 MVP. I mean, we got a guy that's got a lot more hardware.
Come on now. Stop playing like he don't got 2 on his resume right now. Giannis is about to be MVP again. So he's about to have 2.
That's fine, but that still ain't 3 chips though. We talking about 3-time champion. Could have been 4 if they didn't choke against LeBron that year. You know what I mean?
Don't say LeBron. Say it right.
I'm gonna say that's a great buy. I'm gonna say that's a great buy, man.
I think so too, man. That's an undervalued price.
At $39K, but it's just right now, we know Steph Curry is a hell of a player, changed the game of basketball.
Yep.
But you got to look at something right now, and I'm gonna have to say it. I'm just gonna have to say it. I like the team, whatever. I like the city. I should say. His prime is behind him. Number 1. Number 2, Golden State sucks. Golden State sucks. You know what I'm saying? So I think the time to buy is right now for a player like Steph Curry. It'll be a collector's card in the future. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
So just
you're
buy,
good with
hold, and
39K.
later on down the road, it's just one of
That
those
that
keepsakes.
is all I see this
Right.
card is as now. So I'm
Right.
saying this card is way too much for me.
See,
You
I
think
was,
this is
39K
awesome. I'm
is way
glad
too
that
much
I'm doing this with y'all,
for one of
man.
the greatest all time shooters?
yeah,
For
exactly.
somebody who
So
it's like, so
so this is the thing.
we look at all these young players. We look at all these young players who have modeled their game off some facet of Steph Curry's game. We saying 39,000 is too low
Mhm.
or too high rather? Too high? I I
Yeah, it's
I
too high for me,
nah
man. I'm
nah.
just
I'm
saying.
saying
Like
yeah.
this is the thing. Don't people people are buying it to just they're thinking of like what they think you're gonna do. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're investing in it, so they were like in the future. They're like, man, next season, hopefully Steph Curry comes back. Man, he he's in the MVP running again and everything like that. Close again, another championship. If they pick up another player, that's what they're thinking.
All
They're
right.
some of these
So
players like they don't
so
care
what
what you done in the past. Like
so what I want to really harp on here is the fact that Steph Curry, one of the greatest all-time shooters ever,
hmm
his card is worth 39K because he has changed basketball for decades to come. And when we say decades to come, we're talking about buying his card right now for 39K 20 years from now, 15 years from now. Looking back at that
with
card and
KD,
saying 39K was a good buy.
it's the same thing with KD then. For a man that size to do stuff like that, other players that size, like Michael Porter
No
Jr.,
doubt. Yeah.
like he's trying to emulate KD.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like so that's why KD's that high.
But what's more
But
fascinating, Steph Curry doing what he's doing or KD doing what he's doing?
Steph. Steph's whole story is more fascinating. People love that dude.
I mean, is it though? Because Steph
oh
actually,
yeah,
Steph had a little more of an advantage than everybody else. If you think about it, I mean, he grew up in it. Like that kid was playing basketball and NBA courts ever since he was like knee high. So
but it's what you do
No,
with that advantage. I'm not gonna hate
yeah, I
on
mean,
that. It's like
Michael Jordan had Michael
look
Jordan
at
had
Austin
kids too.
Rivers. Like his dad,
Yeah.
the damn coach in the NBA, one of the highest paying coaches at that time. So he had an advantage. A lot of players had advantages. What you do with it? Michael Jordan's sons,
Mm-hmm.
my dad's the
they selling
coach.
sneakers.
Trophy room. Trophy
Trophy
room.
rooms. You
Yeah.
see?
Hey,
But
Austin Rivers boomed on him the other day. Y'all saw that?
I seen that.
yeah,
I seen
Whew.
that.
had a
Yeah.
flash, had a flash flood. That's it. But that was it. That's all it
He
is.
kept looking over at Maury and was like,
Said
You
said the
gonna
river
give me a
flash
better
flooded.
contract
Yeah,
or
it just had
what?"
a flash flood.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
funny. That's funny.
All right, so got Klay Thompson at 42.55. What do you think? Let's try to keep moving here. I mean, he
42.55.
he got an
Wait, 40 what?
four four
Fam,
thousand four thousand two hundred and fifty
Clay
five
is
dollars.
higher than Harden? Yo,
Yo, chill.
I had to look at
Hey,
the
that's a
picture.
really good point you're making.
What?
That is such a great point. And that's the thing, though. It don't really go off talent. A lot of the times, it's just this dude's got more hardware than Harden does, and that's all that they're seeing. But I
That's
like
a
what you just
possibility.
did there, because that goes to show like your reaction to, you got Harden. You got Harden, who is just extremely, the number one. He's an MVP. Could have been 3-time MVP. And yeah, okay, I like that. For some reason though, championships is what deciphers card prices, and that's just the way that it is in the hobby. Moving along here, we got Dame Lillard at. Oh, wait a minute. For the Warriors, are there any young cats like Jordan Poole? Anything you want to talk about real quick?
No.
How about that dude Pascal? Eric,
Yeah.
what's his
I
name?
would
Is
just
his
say
name
Pascal.
Pascal? He's pretty nice.
Eric Pascal.
Eric Pascal.
Yeah.
I don't know what his card price is going for, but if you're into that, hop on. He's got a nice
Say
game.
if you're into that.
He kind of reminds me of Draymond with a little bit better of a shot.
It might be like
Hey, where's
50
Draymond
to
at?
100, so that's it.
Draymond is a lot cheaper. He's probably around $2,000 something, $3,000 maybe.
You think that's fair, Faro?
I think it's fair for Draymond. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't.
because he's more on the descent.
He's kind of a disruptor. He's not really a.
I mean, he got hardware. I mean, just not MVP, but like, is he 2 times? Only one?
Yeah.
Defensive player?
I could look it up.
I mean, that's a fair price. I think 2,000.
I mean,
so 2K is good.
That's fair, because he has the hardware. He's been that guy on the team. He did lose the Warriors a championship, but that's another.
Are you seeing the score right now?
Yo, I got a homeboy in the chat right now, J-Bone. Yeah, Dallas is gonna win this.
You say you got a homeboy in the chat right now?
Yeah, I got a homeboy in the chat. He says it's all about what you've done for me lately. Curry will be back on top soon. So hey,
so that's
boom.
Hey, so that's what I'm saying.
Right.
No, you're talking about what he done for the game is what he's gonna do like next.
And that's what no doubt. Him and Clay are coming back. Yeah.
Even if Curry doesn't do anything, I still think as a collector, like the value of that card is not gonna go anywhere.
Right.
It's not gonna go anywhere. If Curry hurts himself for the next 2 seasons. And then he says, you know what, I'm retiring.
It's gonna stay there.
If I bought that card at $39K, I could see it 5 years, not 5 years, maybe 10, 12, 15 years increasing in value. That's a cool buy.
And that's the thing, right? Like he doesn't have to prove much more.
Bud.
It's not volatile.
Whatever you say, pal.
It's not volatile. He's an established player, and that's a great point. All right, let's go. Dame Lillard saw a very big surge in his card prices from the bubble. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys right now. I've been collecting since 2012, right? So I've seen it where Dame Lillard just sat on the shelf and nobody wanted anything to do with him. And he was still playing lights out. Like, we've seen how Dame Lillard plays. We've seen him say bye to Paul George. We've seen him knock Russ Westbrook out and Pat Beverly, like they said before, and all that other stuff. Yeah. And, I think it's just like my man J-Bone just said, it's all about what have you done for me lately. So what I think you're seeing right now, this $15,000 price tag, is just a residual effect of the bubble currently.
No, and he's hot right now.
He's hot, exactly. And so that's what people are doing. They're FOMOing in to Lillard cards, right? Fear of missing out. Mm-hmm. They don't want him to get too far, so they keep pushing that price up, but I think it's going to cool off because LeBron and the Lakers, I mean, you've seen what they've been able to do for him and kind of slow him down. So
you think 15,000 right now is his ceiling?
Go James and the Lakers.
So I just think that what you're seeing is in Fuego Lillard. I think it's going to take a little bit of a pullback as soon as he gets knocked out of the playoffs. Now, the cool thing about this season, though, you got to keep in mind, December 1st, NBA's back, right? Like, so we're in August, September. You've only got October, November, and then bam, we're right back into NBA season. So can these prices maintain? Do they waver? Do they go up?
It's just gonna go up. It's gonna go up.
You think that Lillard cards?
Gonna go up.
Okay.
Is it December that the NBA is back?
I mean, right now.
I thought it was October. Did they push it back?
So in October, I think they pushed it back. To give the guys some rest. They're fatigued from the bubble. A lot of these guys need to go home, probably.
I think right now, prices are, like you said, are just inflated right now. It is the playoffs too, man. It's the playoffs, so 15,000, man.
Great point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah. The playoffs does have a very big effect. So before the playoffs, I'll just give you an example. I sold a Kawhi Leonard for $2,500. They're going for $4,500 right now. Okay? But the way that the Dallas Mavericks are giving these guys rubs, I might have done a good sale, because who knows? It might just stop at $4,500 because if the Dallas Mavs keep playing.
Kawhi?
Yeah.
Nah, well, the thing is, Kawhi is playing.
No, he's
Kawhi
balling.
is the one playing.
No doubt.
So I'm like, you see Kawhi numbers is like, that's what Kawhi do.
Yeah.
But like the PG, I don't know, man.
Paul George, man, they called him playoff P, but he ain't really playoff in anything right now. I mean,
yeah, I saw that article the other day. It's like you can't call yourself playoff P if you really ain't showing out. Just like Charles Barkley didn't call himself championship Chuck. So yeah, that was an article.
Dying.
All right, so guy in the chat, man, my boy J Bone says people forget Lillard brought them to the Western Conference Finals last year. This ain't a one-time thing. So
yeah, but okay, come on, guys. People keep downplaying McCollum. You know,
he's a bad man. McCollum is a bad man. He playing with a fractured back, and he's still saucing boys.
He's a bad
dude.
Lillard,
Dame is the man on the team, but McCollum.
Do you think he's spotty sometimes? Do you think he
he can be? He can be.
McCollum? Yeah, no doubt. And there's times when I watch McCollum and I'm like, you suck, but at the same time I know that dude will just sauce me all day long. So
sometimes he got them J.R. Smith genes running through his vein.
That extra streakiness.
I've seen him be very, very streaky. Games is just like, okay, CJ, what can you do? And he'll shoot, not make anything, and then they'll put Dame back in, or they'll take him out and they'll substitute him. I've actually seen it. Yeah, I think it was a game between Portland and Miami. I was actually there at the game, and it looked like that the whole time.
Right. It was just Right. And with that being said, CJ McCollum's only $750. So, what do you think about that?
I think that's a good buy.
That's a good buy.
Not low, not high, just.
I mean, the same thing with CJ. Like, I feel like he's just gonna stay around that price for the time being, but it could be something simple as a team change, and then he
like make an all-star game, then we can really talk about it, All right, I got you.
Hey, I'm excited for this next player.
So we got Luka Doncic at $8,500 price tag with the Dallas Mavs. Like, let's talk about this. Do you think that is too high?
Buy that.
Buy it. That boy is a skilled player, and he is very young, and the cap on him is, the ceiling has not been met. Yeah.
20 or 21?
I think he's 21 now.
He's just gonna get so much better. So buy that.
8,500.
Yeah. Buy it.
It's so hard for me because with Trey,
pull that card out.
It is so hard for me.
Don't buy Paul George and buy Luka. If you have a Paul George card, sell it now.
Paul George, you got to go, bro. Paul George got to go. See, you can't give Fonzie no ammo, bro. This dude will just straight clown you. So Luka Doncic, he got the step back. That man's 3-point step back shot is unreal. He's a facilitator. He breaks the defense down. He can spray the corners. He can spray the. He can hit you. He can hit Boban with the bounce pocket pass. That dude is an amazing player. The only thing is that everybody talks about his defense, but at the same time, James Harden has won MVP without defense. So.
But yeah, they covered James Harden. They covered James Harden and
Luka bussin', boy.
James Harden.
Look, he stepped back on him. Oh. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah. But what were you saying about what were you just saying?
I was saying they covered James Harden. The press just covered James Harden, and his defense is like, it's been through the roof while they've been in the bubble.
Covered James Harden? Who?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought you meant like a player.
No.
Okay, I'm like, okay.
All right, so just a recap for the guys that's in the chat room. We got a couple watchers, man. So we're talking about price tags, and we're talking about undervalued players and overvalued players. We've come across a few that we think are extremely undervalued, and Luka seems to be one currently at an $8,500 price tag for a Silver Prizm. These are all for Silver Prizm. So $8,500 price tag. I think it's kind of high, but you know what? I also at the same time am like all in on Trae Young, and we'll get into that later. But so it's very hard for me. It's very hard for me to buy any Luka, but I got something to show you guys here in a little bit. Anyways, so second in line there, Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis could be a number one anywhere he went right now, but unfortunately, right, Luka is overshadowing him. Kristaps' price tag is $1,500, guys. I didn't type it into the.
That is low, and that's a buy.
So Kristaps, $1,500.
Okay.
You like that price tag?
I like that.
I do too. I think Kristaps is the most underrated player right now, and it's because he was at the Knicks and he got hurt.
The time, because I promise you, when he was with the Knicks, his card prices was up there.
They were doing really good.
He was a very popular player.
Yes, sir.
Then he got injured, and I know he was out a good amount of the year with when he got traded to Dallas. So people kind of forgot about him. So I mean, he's a unicorn, man. 7'3". He got, I can't say he got like point guard handles, more like a small forward, but
wow.
But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but for somebody that's +7, that's incredible.
That dude's good.
That's incredible. Yeah.
I can't believe the Clippers brought it too.
Yeah.
Who we got next, man?
All right, man. Let's push on here. We got
Booker.
Woo! Devin Booker's at $7,000, y'all.
Just go ahead and get that.
I agree.
I agree. Go up. Like people knew about him before, but I guess this bubble it just brought more light to him. So he just go ahead.
And that's a great point too, because like the bubble really brought attention to a lot of players that, like, for instance, like Michael Porter Jr. And these other guys that never got any attention.
And that's what I was talking about before when we said, you know, that guy's worth $7K. I feel like wait till the regular season. Wait till the regular season. You know, I feel like that value is going to go down.
The Devin Booker?
Yeah. Wait till the regular season. 7K is a little bit high right now because of the bubble play. Wait till the regular season in December to buy that card.
But I heard that they're just going to do another bubble. They're just going to have it spread out between 3 cities. So you're going to have Orlando, New York, and then I think there's one other city. So the bubble is going to maintain this whole bubble thing.
Bubble is going to maintain. Okay.
The fans, I don't foresee fans going into the stands anytime soon. You know, that's just the way that this whole COVID thing is playing out. So, and then plus, you know, going 8-0 in the bubble, and just being, I mean, they should have had that play-in game. I don't know how you guys felt about that. As soon as I saw JJJ go down on the Memphis Grizzlies, I think everybody else wanted to see Devin Booker and an 8-0 team go in and play that Lillard hot. You know what I mean?
It's so nice. Jackson, that guy is so nice, man.
Who?
I know Ja Morant like came in and stole, like, took the shine, but.
So
we'll get to him.
Yeah, let's get into. Yeah, we need to get to. We'll get to Jaren Jackson. Let's just kind of move along because we've been on here for about an hour now. We can always chop this up, guys. I mean, we don't have to do this all in one day. I mean, if you look at it, we've already.
We said top 10. Top 10.
We could stop at.
Let's stop at New Orleans.
We could stop at Zion.
We'll stop at Zion and the New Orleans, or you want to go down one more to Tatum? I mean, I think Tatum. We could talk about Tatum for a little bit too.
You already know how we feel about how I feel about Harden. Yeah. But yeah, this Kawhi. Yeah, let's do Kawhi real quick.
All right, so all right, let's go to the Los Angeles Clippers. And the for anybody watching, I was only able to find a base prism, and the base prisms all day long are selling for $4,500. I think let me look here. You guys talk about Kawhi. Why do you think Kawhi is? Where would you rate? How about this? Where would you rate Kawhi, 1 to 10? And, you know, I'm gonna get the card price right now, but go ahead and start talking about Kawhi.
Well, my first question is why is Kawhi at $4,500? Why is Kawhi at $4,500?
No, it's just because it's a base. It's not the actual silver, and that's what I'm doing is getting you the price tag right now.
Okay. Kawhi is a top 10 player in the whole damn NBA, top five
Uh,
player in the
top
whole damn
five.
NBA right now.
Top five,
And
top
it's
five.
just like, um, if you have a Kawhi Leonard card, I don't want to get on that. What's that man's name? Max Kellerman or whatever he is. If you have a Kawhi Leonard card right now, what's that going for?
Goodness.
175. Go.
That goes to
Hey,
show what this man
Hey, look.
can
any
do.
Kawhi card, buy
Golly.
that. Buy that.
Buy that.
175.
God.
Buy that.
Woo. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can say. Kawhi is just a great player. So
Yeah. You talked earlier, Dawood. I see
Yeah.
it too. Like his game.
you
is
can't
smooth.
rush him.
His
can't
game
rush
is smooth.
You really
Yeah,
can't.
So, I mean,
And he's so strong, man. There's nobody that
I
can push him
know-
around.
I know he has like injury concerns, but
Mm.
And I
But
think
I
I
mean-
talked about this before too with somebody that he gets a lot of rest time throughout the season because he's such a two-way player. Like he's the best two-way player, I want to say. I mean, I know Giannis is a great defender, but Kawhi was able to shut Giannis down, and who can actually say that you stopped a freight train like him?
Oh,
like
Well, you got to remember, Kawhi Leonard is defense first, man. Well-rounded player.
I mean, look at him
Like I
down
said,
the
you can't
stretch
rush
here.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Well-rounded. So, any value for that Kawhi Leonard card? I don't know about 175K. That's a lot. That's a house in Texas somewhere.
that's what you got to pay
But-
right now for him. That's just what the
Somebody
eBay price
got-
is. And he would take an
somebody got
offer
that bread.
probably. Yeah, he would probably take. Like I said, you got to be one of the top 1% card collector to be really getting into that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, Kawhi Leonard, pretty self-explanatory. Dude's a champion. Went to Toronto and won a championship there. But hey, Toronto's a great team, and we'll get into that later. Paul George, 1721, $1,721. Paul is really streaky right now. I don't know if it's a health issue, but his prices are definitely. I mean, I've seen Paul George in the beginning of his career give LeBron fits when it was,
And then gets knocked out in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. But I just kept remembering that drive left, step back. He'd like step back and just that shot would always drop on them. So he's just never.
I feel like 1721 is a safe buy, man.
1721 is a safe buy, yeah. And this is for the 2012 Prism. I agree. He's all right player. It's just that I don't know what he needs. Does he need to go somewhere and be a number one? I mean, because ever since he left Indiana, I mean, yes, last year he actually was pretty good. He was pretty good until he got hurt. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's not spend too much time on Paul George. And then with the Clippers, a lot of people in the
time on Paul George. Let's just keep pushing it.
And a lot of that's what we're doing. A lot of players or sports cards collectors like to collect Landry Shamet. What do you think about Landry Shamet?
Why?
Landry Shamet.
I thought you was gonna say Lou Will.
Lou Will is too much of a journeyman. He's just like a sixth man. We know what Lou Will give to you. He ain't number one or nothing like that. But okay, I understand. Landry Shamet, yeah.
But it's consistency. Oh my God, Lou Will has been a consistent player.
Yeah, no doubt.
You could say.
I'll tell you
every
what.
team Lou Will been on, he won 6 men. Won 6 men on that team. Philadelphia, Toronto. He didn't win on Houston because Eric Gordon got it, but he was runner-up, and he won it on the Clippers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, he's technically a starter, but
he's like Manu. It's the Manu effect.
Do we have a price for him? Do we got a price for that man?
Lou Williams?
Yeah.
I don't, and I'll look it up. While we look it up, let's go ahead and go on down to the Houston Rockets, and I'm gonna give Fonzie the first on this. But James Harden at a $4,000 price tag. Let me. You know what? That might be a typo, y'all. That might be a typo, and let me.
Don't look that up.
Let me make sure because that just doesn't sound right. $4,000 for a refractor of.
Maybe it was 40,000.
That can't. Yeah, it's probably 40K. That's why we're like having this James Harden PSA 10 tops chrome.
Look at my boy Fonzie daydreaming about James Harden passing the ball to him.
I'm looking at the game.
Hey, real talk right now. A mint 9 refractor goes for $7,500 for James Harden. He is completely disrespected.
Buy it.
Yeah, I agree. $14,000 for a PSA Gem Mint 10. So let's say his price tag's at 14 or 15K. That's undervalued. Can he win a chip though? Because that's what it's all about, really, right? Can you win that hardware? Can he get the chip?
I think James Harden's gonna have it.
You got Booker there. Can he win a chip? You got Booker ahead of him. You got D. Lillard. I mean, I know he's been hot, but what have he done?
Hey.
Honestly, but hey, that's the give and take of the business, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he has to do. I think he'll have to win a chip to.
I want to know why Russell is at 7K.
Russell Westbrook
and James. I want to know why he's at 7K. Do y'all think he's a 7K? Do you think for me personally, I think Russell Westbrook and Devin Booker are not. They're not on the same level. You know, what do you guys think?
Oh, you think Russell should be more?
I think he should be more.
Oh, okay.
He's proven himself. How many playoffs has he been in? How many playoffs has Devin Booker been in?
He's been to a finals too.
Harden also, but
so I would say both of them are both.
Oh my gosh.
Both of them are buys though. If I see a Russell Westbrook car for 7K, pick it up.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook. And is there any youth? Is there any talent as far as youth in the Houston Rockets organization right now that
they got youth?
Yeah, like who what's a young? I mean, other than like Austin Rivers.
They got House.
Yeah. Does he have much collectability though, Daniel House?
I'm not even too sure on how much he would go for.
Yeah.
But
I feel like there's only like certain people that would really
like role players. So
yeah.
I mean, if they're disrespecting Lou Will,
right?
Yeah. Let me ask a question. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with that lineup. So my man House, how many years has he been in the league?
I would think
16?
3?
2016.
Yeah, well, so if he's been in the league since 2016, it usually takes about a couple years for a player to develop, and you'll know how good a player is within the first 2-3 years. And if he hasn't really put up numbers like that, you can expect he's not going to be doing anything more.
The thing with Houston, they have a lot of like 3-point shooters on the court, but it's one guy facilitating. So I don't know, man. Like I feel like on a different team he'll probably shine a little bit more, but Houston is more of like, yo, you got the hot hand. If not, we just gonna keep it moving. So I mean, look at Eric Gordon. I mean, I don't know how much Eric Gordon will be going for, but I could see him in that.
He's just been a consistent player his whole.
But he's still probably considered in that Lou Will range. So
he's that journeyman that it's he's like the Joe Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, what you're gonna get from Eric, but that's
skill player. He's a skill player, but that's it.
Yeah. All right. So the main two, Russell Westbrook and Harden. and we think that they're undervalued. And then let's go ahead. We got one more team here before we break off. Or actually, let's do two more because actually let's do three. Let's go down to the Hawks at least. I want to hear you guys.
Man,
I want to hear you guys talk
how
about
we
Trey.
do the Pelicans and then we'll skip to the Hawks. How about
Let's
that?
do that. But I like what you guys think of Ja, right? And Tatum. Let's at least talk about the number ones. So we'll start with Zion and we'll just go down. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
To the number one with Trey. And we'll end it with Trey. Okay? So.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So here we go. Zion Williamson.
$4,000 buy it.
Okay.
$4,000 buy it.
All right.
I mean, we seen what he did with his limited season. You know, we see what he did in the preseason, and it's like, you know, once I feel like they're guarding and protecting that guy so much that, you know, maybe he already started doing the right things. You know, prepping his body, prepping his meal, because that boy big. He got a body like Pharaoh. But yeah, so like, you know, if he's doing the right things, you know, as far as like getting in shape, doing what he should be doing, $4,000 is a good buy all day. I mean, he's a rookie this year.
Yeah.
$4,000 is it for this man.
Right.
Yeah, he got my top and Bennett's bottom.
Oh man.
But hey, I mean 4,000. You can't go wrong with that. But I know that to people is probably gonna be.
It's sketch,
them,
right?
You know, because of his health. That's it. But if he comes back and he's healthy and everything like that, then and he's in great shape, I know. Yeah, he's gonna do damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only like pros and cons. But
didn't he have like some game where he scored like 12 points? He shot like 3 back-to-back threes.
That was like his first game.
That was first game back. Yeah,
that was
like
his first game
back. Now, if he can stay consistent enough and show everybody that he can do that, then $4,000. I mean, shit, that's low. That's low balling for a player like him. You know.
Oh, that boy Trey Burke, man. All right, so let's go ahead. We got.
We never go finish. Yo, turn the TV off, bro.
Well, it's because why they gotta do this to me? Why they gotta go into overtime? All right, here we go. Let's go. So we got Jason Tatum, $3,500 buy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, buy. We talked about this too. We touched on this, like the future of the NBA. You know, and I wrote down a couple players. You know, Tatum, Booker,
it was already an all-star,
Ja Morant,
Ja
Morant, and Ben Simmons.
So
those are all players that I would be willing to invest.
And
in.
these are all strong investments. Like, look, look at these are all, like you're saying, when the guys up top, right, the LeBrons, the KDs, the Currys, the Lillards, and them guys, when they phase out and the 2020 era comes in, is ushered in, we're gonna see Tatum, and also so 3,500 is a good one. Ja Morant at 3,000.
Perfect.
Good price.
I get it.
That's about it.
I feel like he should be at 4K, and Zion should be at his price because
of the rookie of the year, right? Yeah, for sure.
He
all
shined more this year, but that's a perfect buy for me.
Okay.
Well, I feel like those values should be the same, just simply because you got a freak athlete and then you have an athlete. It's a regular athlete. You know, you just have a regular athlete on your hands. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, like me and Gannon, and I know even you, Dawood, you've been following Zion Williamson since he was playing in high school. You know, you saw how he was treating them kids, and then to come to the NBA and do the same thing. You know, bully Giannis on the court.
I've seen that.
You know, it's a highlight reel every single time Zion Williamson steps on the court.
So
$4,000.
I've seen Giannis bully him.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
but
but in the NBA, as you see, Giannis, you know, at $42,000, and you say he's one element away from being Thanos, you know. So you have a player like that going head to head with the Titan like Giannis. I mean, $4,000. That's a reasonable price to me.
Yeah,
compared to
I
the.
know, but
Yeah.
that also it's a good price. But if he comes back and his weight is still not where it's supposed to be, and
Faro
he's
Titan.
not, yeah, huh? Yeah, man. I
Faro
mean,
Titan. Nate Bottom.
so,
Yeah, man. He just didn't look in shape at all when he
so I
came
mean,
back to the bubble.
I promise you, like
Yeah.
once if he comes back and
Yeah.
because what is he? He's like 280 right now.
Yeah, he's heavy,
Yeah,
man.
So
He's
285.
I mean,
heavy.
say he lose 20 pounds, man, and or he gets lean and he's cut,
Yeah.
and because that's a lot on his knees. I mean, right now
No.
it seems like it's a good buy right now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I
a
feel
it's,
like
it's
that
a 50-50
organization.
chance for whoever's buying.
I feel like that organization is really just going to mold him, And like I said, they put a lot of money into him. So the investment is going to be a sound investment in Zion Williamson, as far as like
Yeah,
NBA play is involved. And they're going to eventually somebody's going to come up to him and be like, look, dog, you're fat. You got to get on the plan. That's what the bottom line is, we
just like
paying
that.
you top dollar. It's gonna go just like that,
Like I got one homegirl that just ate pies on the you know what I'm talking about.
man. Told that girl to eat some bananas. She said I ate 4 of them before I came to work.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's good.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. Trae Young, $2,500. I think that's extremely undervalued, but I am holding a very big bag of Trae Young. So
yeah, buy it.
Wait, can you imagine what he's gonna do in the bubble next year? Like, holy crap!
Yeah.
That dude's
What
about to
bubble?
go insane.
What bubble he gonna be in?
He got
Only
a joke.
bubble
God,
he
don't
gonna
even
be doing is Hubble bubbles.
No, I'm talking about. I mean, it's just like Devin Booker. It's the Devin Booker effect.
Be blowing.
Yo. Hubba Bubba.
Why y'all trying to come at me right now? All right,
Hey, I know that's your boy and that's your city. But
Bro.
they got
I don't
a lot.
feel like unless he gets some other players on his team, I just don't feel like Trae Young will bubble. I don't feel like he'll really continue to grow like that, man. That's a lot of work you got to do to be the only player on the team and to be saving them every single game.
Well,
they
they got
don't need any more.
They got the cap space.
They don't need any more young guys. They need a good veteran.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
On our list, if let's say there was a trade that happened, who would you pair Trae Young up with?
For
trade?
trade?
Pair him up with? Yeah.
Like a 1-for-1 deal?
Bill?
Because
Trae Young can facilitate. He's a good passer, and Bill, yeah. But they'll have to get rid of a lot for him. John Collins got to go. Probably Cam Reddish.
Oh, that's too much.
Yeah, a couple picks, but
maybe Herder and Collins. They could package that up with that that number 6 pick that they got right now. They could probably pull Bill.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. But
but that's a lot, man. I mean, think about it. Like,
hey, that's an average 30 points a night. Two players.
So that's a first round, a second round, and another first round off this year's draft. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, how much would you pay for happiness?
I got it with Trae.
You ain't happy enough.
I just need him to go to the playoffs one time so I can, start unloading some of these cards. But
yo, you might have to get a Marcus Morris card.
Why is he?
A Marcus Morris card?
Is he bullying? Is he bullying Luka?
I don't know how, but. Whew.
Oh my gosh! By 1 point, I bet Luka's gonna ice this. Watch, but he just shot an air ball.
Hey Pat,
what's up?
We talked about. Did we talk about next year's draft class?
You want to talk about that briefly? Because I know y'all want to leave. I got to pee too.
Yeah, I'm about to bounce too, man. I gotta.
So let's just talk about top 3 picks.
I saw I saw my man LaMelo Ball,
I knew you
number
was about to
one.
talk about this dude.
He ain't going
I
to
saw
Minnesota,
I
right?
saw I saw Chicago Bulls number one.
What do you
Chicago
mean?
What y'all
Bulls
think
number
about
one.
that?
What do you mean?
Chicago Bulls number one. I saw LaMelo Ball going to the Bulls
They got
number
that
one.
dude though from UNC.
But
What's that dude's name? Kobe White.
yeah, but
Hmm.
Melo like 6'8".
It's a difference,
He a point
what
guard
they
It's a,
say.
though.
You can't too
no, he
tight.
could play point guard. Well, he could play. He could play small forward too, if he has to.
That boy needs some
But
size if he wants to play
yeah, of
small
course he
forward.
needs some size. But hey, they said the same thing about KD, and look at him. So he just need to
KD's
know
a
his way
special
around.
man, dog. That's why he's $39,000.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just want to see the
here's some of the
end.
folks. Here's some of the folks from next year's draft is saying ranking the top 60 players. It just go like top five.
Hey, if you want to see Luca prices go up to like 15K in one shot, this is probably it right here.
So number one was Obi Toppin. Number two,
Obi
Anthony
Toppin?
Edwards.
Sound like
He
a
be
hip hop.
topping. What he be topping?
I know, right? That sound like something you hear in the song.
Yo, number two is a 6'5" guard from Georgia, and Anthony Edwards.
Yes,
They
sir.
say they say that boy is supposed to be the next James Harden.
Yes, sir. They did
All right.
make that comparison.
Yeah, they say he's supposed to be the next James Harden. Number three is James Wiseman. He's a 7'1" center from Memphis.
Oh, Luca hit it!
What happened?
Luca hit the game winner.
Well, folks,
Hurry up and buy, boy.
there you go. Hey,
Hurry up and buy.
there you go. There you go. What did we say his card value was at?
Hurry up and
8,500. That thing, I told you, in one shot, that's going to 15K.
Yeah,
buy. Hurry up and buy.
Mm.
Woo, okay.
Why wouldn't they put Kawhi on that?
I
That doesn't
told you
make
they
no
need
sense.
chapstick, man. This team needs chapstick. They mouth dry. Holy God. That boy's the truth, man.
Damn.
Hey, I honestly,
Hey, I got to show you something.
Go ahead.
yeah. So I got these Hokers, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited.
Did you buy them for real?
I'm excited.
Did you buy them for real?
Yeah. It was. I'll send you a picture of what I got.
Oh, yeah?
Is he off of Is he off of the live?
So I got.
Nah, he just stepped off for a second there.
No.
So
I mean, did you already close the live?
No, we're live. We're live still.
Oh, good thing I didn't talk no mess about this, boy.
Check out that. Check
He went
that
to the
out.
store right now. Hey, you know what that reminds me of? Is that Super Bowl with Atlanta.
Shut up. Why you got to bring
This
that
man
up?
was looking at Matt Ryan jersey.
I was about to cop.
Lord.
I was about to cop so much Super Bowl stuff.
He closed that web, the web browser so quick.
Hey man,
I
look,
left
I'm
it.
just gonna say
I,
this.
I
I
think
would
if
say
I
this.
would have signed on the boat right now, it'd probably still be sitting in the cart.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say
What up?
this. Pat is the best when it comes to. I'm gonna say when it comes to this card shit, you got it down. But when it comes to other stuff, boy. Hey, Fine Rose, what'd you say? What'd you say? The salesman.
Oh, what do you mean? When he talks to you,
Yeah,
he
Pat
got the
is the
spiky
salesman,
hair
but-
and the Hawaiian shirt on
Yeah, but hey, look.
with the
Real
aviator
talk, Pat.
glasses.
Do I got
Yeah,
that
okay.
Bluetooth thing in? Do I-
Oh yeah.
Hey,
What you say,
hey,
Chuck?
With those, hey,
What you say, Chuck?
with those white and blue Nike Air Monarchs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh
The ones
wow.
they sell-
Really? Really? Come on, man.
With
That's
with the khaki
disrespectful.
pants, the pleated
Oh.
khaki pants.
Boy,
good.
man, but this was good. Definitely.
Yeah,
we'll
I thought
do
this was
when
was
you want to
great.
do it again.
I think we should do sneakers next. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
and it's a little bit different of a beast. I mean, sneakers just go up a little bit over
Did
time.
y'all get lucky today?
You talking about Kobe's?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't hit.
Not me.
But
Tomorrow,
did you say? Hey, did you see that? Did you see that? The alternate Bruce Lee that I put in the.
Yeah, for $11,000, was it $8,000?
Nah, he wanted 1,500.
1,500?
Yeah.
For a size 11.
But they're early. That he got them before anybody else, so.
I don't care about
them things ain't dropped yet, so.
Yeah.
You know. I almost he gave
me. What do you think the resale on those things gonna be?
Well,
it's a shame.
The initial's 180.
It's a shame.
What?
Resale.
Well,
yeah.
Kobe resale? Yeah.
If I get Kobe's, man, I ain't selling them. I'm keeping them forever, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the type of stuff. Like, if you respect Kobe as a player,
those are like collector's items for me.
When he first died, like, so
unless you need the money, that's what I mean. But if you, but yeah,
I went up to that tournament in Virginia, and I was gonna get those the undefeated fours, the green ones.
Yeah.
The undefeated Kobe fours, and they were at $250, and I was
those
like, yo,
the mids? Were those the mids? Like
no,
the
low top.
The lows.
Okay, I'm just.
They were the first lows that he came out.
Oh,
it's got the bulky sole, the front.
Like,
the front's got the
kind of like a bulky Zoom unit, yeah, I guess. But yeah, so man, I went to buy those things, $250. I was like, you know what? I got shoes. I'll wait till I come back. And I went back on there, and it had skyrocketed to like $500, man, after he passed away.
Yeah, man.
So like looking at that, and, you know, how people were kind of like, I felt like that was blatant disrespect, you know.
I went and I seen the Venoms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, those.
You know what, Kobe Bryant, you know, on just talking about, you know, buying things, all things Kobe. Kobe, in 2012, I think, he came out with a watch, and his watch brand was called Nubio, right? Well, that watch company died, so he went to a company, you know, everybody knows Hublot watches, right? The Big Bangs they do. So he sold a watch for $29,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went on Gannon, I went on eBay today. You know how much that watch they're trying to sell it for?
Probably 150 to 200,000.
$248,000.
Wow.
You see,
$248,000.
That's a shame, bro.
It's disrespectful, man.
That's a shame.
At the same time, you know, if one of us hit it big, you know, who wouldn't be in line to buy that? Yeah. You know, if you had that type money, like, who wouldn't be in line to buy a Kobe Bryant watch? You know,
but
like
the people, but the people that's buying, those are like more collector's items for them.
Yeah, and you know, you buy a Kobe Bryant watch today. You know, you turn around 5-10 years down the road, that thing is worth an exponential amount of money. You know, people online selling Jordan's contract for all sorts of money. You know, like, what can you expect? Really? Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I'm gonna try again tomorrow. Get those purple and yellow and black ones. And I'm gonna see if I can.
Purple, yellow.
Either one or the other. The jersey.
You talking about the playoff
on the front? Huh?
The playoff ones?
It's called the 5 champs. So 5-time champs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get that one, and if I can't, I'm gonna try to get the jersey with the 8 on the front and the 2 on the back, or the 24 on the back. So I might just try to go get the jersey because I kind of like that even more. You know.
Yeah. That might even, to me, that might even be worth.
I might just get that and frame that one and probably put it somewhere.
That might be even worth buying it on the resale market too. It's just like, if you don't get it, that still be a good collector's item to have. Mm-hmm. You know, because you gotta remember, like, when you go up to buy that stuff, you're going up against people for Kobe in China, you know, here in the U.S. and then over there in Europe. You know, you got a lot of people who bought into that, man. So yeah.
But all right, guys.
All right, man. I really appreciate y'all doing this. Y'all take it easy. And until next time, I think we should still talk about these other players. Unfortunately, we just kind of ran long today, but
Hey, who's in that comment? Who's in that comment section? That's what I want to know.
There's a couple homeboys that follow me from just prior me going live and some of the content that I've been putting up. So if you guys want to check out the YouTube page, I've been adding stuff to it. But I think we should do more of this. I think it's very effective. And it also kind of sets a little bit of a precedence as opposed to just people going out and buying stuff. They don't really take time to like, okay, that person don't really deserve that much money, so why don't you save your money or put it here, and then you could probably see. You get what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
you know what? You know what I just thought of? So we just talking about Kobe, and tomorrow is Dawa. What's
Oh,
tomorrow, man?
isn't
Tomorrow
it
for
his
Kobe,
birthday was today, right?
yeah,
right? But we talking about Mamba Day.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was
Mama
eight.
Day.
Yeah. So
So
like
wait, is it
tomorrow eight twenty
today's
four, right?
2024, right?
No, today's the 23rd, right?
I don't know.
Today's the
What's it?
23rd. So I think tomorrow maybe if you want to talk about sneakers is as part of the card and soul type thing, we can do that too. I hop on. Talk
Hop
about
on
some of your sneakers.
if you got time.
Tomorrow? Do y'all got
If you
time?
got any time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if
don't
you
know.
got
Yeah,
I
time.
I'll text you guys and see what's up.
All right.
yeah, for
Let us
sure, man.
know.
But hey, man,
Let us
yeah,
know.
God bless y'all, man. Stay safe. I hope everybody's doing good, and appreciate y'all spending time with me today. Hey, I'll
Yeah.
shout out to y'all
For
here
sure.
soon, and
Today's Saturday. It's Saturday today.
no, it's
Today
Sunday.
is Sunday.
Whew, thank you. I could have been asleep.
Yeah, you gotta get up.
uh, yeah.
All right, man. Y'all take it
All
easy.
right.